Hello and welcome to Unearthed Cumbria, the show where we compete to find out who is the truest Cumbrian, with a fun twist. Tonight we'll be joined by two non-local Cumbrians who have lived here over a year. We'll then battle it out in trivia rounds, guessing rounds, and even more, all with a twist. The rounds progress for every round 1 point will be added to each guest and will total up to how much ammunition you get for an exciting battle at the end. We'll also be visiting a very interesting place south of the county with an interesting story and recipe to show you all. But for now, let's meet our guests. Please welcome Stewart and Robyn, everyone. Well, Stewart and Robyn, how are you both today?
I'm good.
Good. Well, let's get to know you both. Right, Stewart, you're a football fan, I hear.
Yes, big Rangers fan.
That's nice. And what led to you being here in Cumbria?
Well, family origin. See, I'm from Glasgow originally, but my grandparents lived in this part of the world, so I'm very familiar with Cumbria. So when I saw there was an acting course here, I figured, why not?
Oh, that's lovely. And so, Robyn, you may not be a born and bred Cumbrian, but you've lived here a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I've lived here a year and a half.
Long for something.
Yeah, it's long enough.
And whereabouts in Cumbria do you live?
I just live down the street, but
I hear it's a lovely area.
it's lovely.
So, are you both ready for your first round?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So, your first round is Hidden Cumbria. Earlier, we showed our contestants a film that has all the answers you need to the questions I'm about to ask. But how much have you remembered? For the viewers at home, here is that film.
Carlisle is a place of many fascinations, but one of which people might not be as recognised with is that it has a very deep football history. Being created in 1904 at the start of the FA, Carlisle United spent their entire tenure here at Brunton Park. And while they've had lots of ups and downs, lots of turmoils in their past, one of their highest points was in 1974 when they were at the top brass of English football, the First Division. Here we are outside of Carlisle Castle, one of the most memorable landmarks in the country, and for good reason. It's got many deep facts about it, one of which being it was the last ever castle to be under siege. But fun fact, the last monarch to ever live in said castle was Mary, the Queen of Scots, which just goes to show being fought for many a time. Hello there and welcome. Today I'm outside the wonderful Carlisle Cathedral, and much like most of Cumbrian elements, it does have a few of its oddities, like its stained glass, which is the oldest and largest in the country, dating all the way back to the 1300s in the medieval era. It also has some of the new life vibrance to it, such as an old, sadly passed away officer getting his own commemorative gargoyle too there. Here we are in the Lake District, the most memorable part of Cumbria, and it's called the Lake District for good reason, with it getting over 2,000 millimetres of rainfall a year. And not only that, but the weather hijinks keep coming, with this being the national hotspot for hurricanes and tornadoes. So if you do come visit this wonderful place, make sure to pack your wellies.
Well, a lot of interesting facts there. It's good to know Carlisle United have experienced the top flight, even though it was only for one season. Although I have heard there are 1 or 2 spots open in the Super League, so perhaps there's still hope for the Blues. Let's get to the challenge. Before we start, I'll explain the rules. I'm going to ask you a series of 5 questions. If you know the answer, then shout out your name for me. Then you will give me your answer. If you get it right, you get the point. But if you get it wrong, your opponent will steal that point. So make sure you know the answer before buzzing in. Are you both ready?
Yeah.
Sure. Good. Question 1. When were Carlisle United formed? Was it in 2010, 1914, 1904 or 1804?
Robyn. 1904.
That is correct. First point for Robyn. Brilliant. Well done. Question 2. Carlisle Castle was the last castle in the UK to undergo a siege. True or false?
Stewart.
Go ahead.
True.
That is correct. Well done. Point each. Question 3. On average, how much rainfall per year does the Lake District see each year? Is it 3,000 feet, 2,000 millimetres, 400 centimetres, or 800 metres?
Could you repeat the options?
3,000 feet, 2,000 millimetres, 400 centimetres, or 800 metres?
Stewart.
Go ahead.
2,000 millimetres.
That is correct. Very well done. 2-point lead to you there, Stewart. On Carlisle Cathedral, there are many things, some of which, the gargoyles, spanning its masonry, one of which is wearing a bobby hat. What is this a reference to? Is it Police Officer George Russell, Sweeney Todd the baker, Donald Trump's dog, or Margaret Thatcher's iron fist? And with that, I'm afraid you're both out of time. That means nobody gets the point. And on to the final question. When were Carlisle United top of the First Division? Was it 1982, 1974, 2002, or 2020?
Stuart.
Go ahead.
1974.
That is correct. Well done, Stuart. Very well done indeed. Now, moving on, I can now tell you that Stuart is in the lead with 4 points. So, are you guys up for some more fun rounds?
Yes.
Lovely. The next round is called Cumbrian dialect. In this round, you will be given a phrase. The contestant will then have the opportunity to say it back to me in how they think the true Cumbrian speech. For example, if I were given the phrase, "I'm going home," I would then choose to say, "As gan yam." Butchered that. Do you understand what you're supposed to do?
Yes.
Great, well then, let's get started. Right, so, the first phrase is, "All right, mate."
Robyn.
Go ahead.
All right, Mush.
That is correct. I would have also accepted, "All right, Mara." There's heavy rain. And with that, you're both out of time. The correct answer was, "There's yal water," or "jags of water." The next one is, "No, it isn't."
Robyn.
Go ahead.
No, it is.
I'm afraid not. That means Stuart steals the point.
That's good because this is not my round.
The correct answer was, "Is it what?" The next one is, "There is nothing."
Oh, Robyn.
Go ahead.
There's now.
That is correct. There's nout. Well done. Your last one is, "I'm going over there."
Robyn.
Go ahead.
I'm gone over there.
That is incorrect. You were very close, very close. The correct answer was, "I'm gan yonder."
Oh.
Afraid Stuart then steals the point there. Sorry to hear that, but there we go. Well done, guys. Great work. How are you doing with your drinks tonight?
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's
Very
going
nice,
down
very
the
nice.
street.
Talking about drinks, tonight's drink of choice is made by a very interesting distillery in the south of the county. And tonight we are there with Jamie. Let's take a look.
Hello, today we've come to the south of the county to visit the Shed 1 Gin Distillery here in Ulverston. We're going to go in and meet the owners, Andy and Zoe, and they're going to give us a little taste of what it's all about. Hi, Zoe and Andy.
Welcome to the shed.
Hi, yeah, I'm Jamie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Would you like a look around?
Yeah, let's have a look around.
Right, follow us.
So this is a distillery.
Yes.
Yeah, this is where the magic happens.
Yeah, this is our distillery. We moved here at the end of what was October 2000.
October 2019,
Yeah.
we launched in the old car shed, but we started in October 2016 in our garden shed.
It's an easy thing to do to make what you call bathtub gins, compound gins. You just need some grain spirit, which you can all strip out from the shop, handful of juniper, and then whatever else you want. So we started off and thought, oh, we'll make our own version of, you know, Hendrix or Tanqueray.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And you sort of get bored with that very quickly, because you'll never get that, and there's a whole world of flavours out there. The great thing about coming here is at first we thought we'll get a bigger distillery, which is great, get out of the 7-foot square shed. But the bar that you stood in really sort of opened up another side to the business that we weren't really aware of.
No.
We thought it would be a nice idea to have a shop front. If it's a shop front, then it can be a bar.
Oh, yeah,
if we're
awesome.
having a bar, it's going to be up to the public. We can do make your own gin, which is what we do on the bench just over there. And that's really sort of, it's enabled the fun we've had making gin. People can come in and then they can
do the same, yeah, and you get to take a little something with them as well.
Yeah,
Because we realised people were having to leave Cumbria to do it. You know, they would go to Stockport, Manchester.
Yeah,
Just something like that.
Yeah.
you know, there are.
So it was quite nice to be able to keep people here, or to actually bring more people to Cumbria.
Wonderful stuff from that distillery there. I'll need to speak to the show's producer and see if I can get contact for that place. Up next, we've got the classic Cumbrian derby, Barrow versus Carlisle. The two are about to go head to head with each other in a game of foosball. There is a timer of 1 minute, and whoever reaches 5 first wins. Without further ado, contestants, are you ready? Wonderful. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. As it stands, the score is currently 5-all. See if any of these contestants can take that lead. Ooh, it's looking there's a bit of a battle up near the blue goal there. It's looking like it's a competition of absolute wits and guts here. 30 seconds on the clock. Who's going to be the one to get that first goal in? And that is 1 goal for our blue team there. Oh, 10 seconds on the clock. Can we make it an easy lead for blue? And that is the end of the game there. And right there, that is 6-5 for blue. So after that madness, Stewart, you are on 6 points, and Robyn, you are on 5 points. Well, very shortly, we're going to be hosting the biggest battle in the North since the Game of Thrones episode. But while our contestants get ready, have you ever wondered about foraging in Cumbria? Let's take a look.
Wild foraging is an activity that is becoming more and more popular each day, and Cumbria has its fair share of delicious, free, wild edibles. Wild garlic, you can identify this by its long, slender stem, its long, sharp-tipped green leaves, and a nice green, white bud on top, which holds the white flowers inside, which have a nice garlic aroma and delicious fresh taste. Here we have wild parsley. It is a fresh, appley herb which you can use on just about any dish. However, be careful not to confuse it with poison hemlock, which is hairless and has red splotches on the stem. And here we have common hogweed. This item is treated as a delicacy, as its young shoots are tender and delicious. The common hogweed has a firm purple ridge. It's very downy hairs. It has 3 sets of leaves, and once again they're all very downy. Now, it is important to not confuse this with the giant hogweed, which is an incredibly toxic and poisonous plant that you should be best to avoid.
Well, it is time for that all-important battle. The person who hits the most targets will win and will be crowned the true Cumbrian of the night. As you have the most points, Stewart, you will go first. If you'd like to join me up here at the podium. Remember, you have 6 bullets to work with today.
And this is where it all falls apart.
First is a miss, but don't worry, you've still got 5 more. Another miss. Don't worry. Another miss. 3 more to go now. Another miss. Just aiming a little too high with some of these. It's your last one now. And I'm afraid you hit 0 targets. But don't worry, don't worry. We'll see what happens next. Up next is Robyn. Take your place up on the podium. You have 5 shots to work with. Get nice and slow now. You don't need to rush. First is a miss. Don't worry. Still got 4 more to work with. And that's a hit. Well done. Two more left now. Another miss. Last one now. Well done. The last one, and you hit that last target. Well done. I return to the podium. Well, let's give it up for Robyn, the true Cumbrian of the night. That is it from us. We will be back next week to crown another true Cumbrian. But for now, thank you to Robyn and to Stewart. Thank you for watching. See you next Maras. Goodbye. That's a hit. Well done.